Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Miss Happy Mess Happy Hour. It's Friday. This is Kim. I am joined by producer Jill. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I'm everything in my body wants to say Friday, and I understand that's cringy, but I don't know. I can't help myself. I think it's my cocktail.
What kind of cocktail are you drinking today, Kim, or tonight?
Well, I'm having a little bit of agua fresca, watermelon with my little tequila and some bubbly water.
Yeah, that sounds
Mm,
good.
it's delicious.
Well, I'm at my sister's house and I don't really know what I'm drinking. All I know is I was like, what's in the fridge? And it's like this black cherry flavor thing, but it's like one of those hard seltzers or something. And so I looked at
Oh.
the can. I was like, "What kind of alcohol is in this?" And I asked my sister too, and she was like, "It's just alcohol. I don't know what kind of alcohol it is." And once I looked closer at the can, it literally in the ingredients, it literally says alcohol. It doesn't even
W-
say the
What?
kind. Isn't that
What?
crazy?
Are you having moonshine right
I
now? Is
don't
this
know. I don't know, but it's like, it's working. It's good.
alcohol? Oh my god. I'm intrigued. Postmates me.
It tastes like a black cherry soda, basically, with alcohol.
Just period. Honestly, I love your sisters. I venture a
No,
spirit because she's the one
seriously.
who went to a store and was like, alcohol done in
Exactly.
the
It's like,
basket.
"What's in the fridge? I'll try it."
I love it. So we had on Brittany.
Mhm. She was so good.
I just feel so lucky that we can bring all of our friends onto the show and spend time with them and introduce them to other people who don't know them, of how great they are. And Brittany's just one of those gals.
I know, and all of our friends are kind of impressive, you know what I mean? I mean,
They really are.
she's doing hair, and then she's doing hair for, like, movie and TV stars, and she's doing hair for you and your girls.
Yeah,
Like she
totally.
said, she's in everybody's hair, you know?
She's so down to earth, you know? When we started
Mhm.
talking about the bangs and the trauma bangs
Oh,
and
wait, did you just feel my eyes rolling up already? I
oh,
don't even
wait, let's talk about comments this week.
Oh, yeah, let's do the
Let
comments.
me pull up my Instagram. Oh, look, there's a comment from oh, wait, you.
Oh, does it say producer Jill? Well, it might as well. Yes.
you you
Okay.
got you got bangs. I want to see your
I know.
bangs. I feel like I haven't really
Ironically,
fully seen them.
so I'm sitting in the studio and I'm like, oh, I love Brittany and Kim so much. They're talking about hair. This is gonna be such a wonderful episode. And all of a sudden they're like, don't get trauma bangs. Have you ever had bangs after a breakup? And I was like, okay, I did not just break up with anybody, but I literally got bangs 2 days ago. And I'm sitting in the studio, like behind the camera. I'm like, I hope they don't look in my direction. I don't know if I'm getting a hot flash right now. I don't know what's happening, but first of all, I don't love bangs, but the whole point of this episode was to talk about the challenges we have with our hair. And I swear to
Mhm.
God, cone of silence. I looked in the mirror a couple weeks ago and I was like, is my hairline receding? What's happening?
Oh,
And my stylist was like,
yes.
you need to stop wearing headbands. I love
Oh.
headbands, you guys.
Oh, really? Stop wearing
Yes,
headbands?
she said she has 20-year-olds who are in college who are athletes and they're wearing headbands every day like I was doing, and it's
Yeah.
just like breaking their hair, you know? It's just not good for
Really?
yeah, it's just not good for you to wear it every day. You can wear them sometimes, but if you wear them all of the time, it's gonna hurt your hairline. And so, of
But you look so
course,
cute in a
I
headband,
love headbands.
Jill.
And one time I even went over to Kim's house and her daughter Mana was like, Mama Jill, you're rocking the headband again. I was like, I'm gonna be rocking the headband until I die, Mana. You don't have to comment on it anymore. It's my new style. Okay. The headband is part of my hair until the week before this podcast when my stylist was like, yeah, you're gonna get bangs this week. And I was like,
Oh.
no. But we agreed.
Oh.
No, we
Oh.
agreed.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
conversation,
Okay.
but I normally do hate bangs. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate them on other people. Other people look cute with them. I just hate them on me because I feel like I'm gonna get acne and then they're in my face and they're in my eyes. I don't know what to do with them. But
I feel
anyway,
I feel like a loser friend. Like because I haven't noticed the bangs, which in some way tells me that the bangs must be fine because I haven't been like, oh, Jill.
I
Oh, do you know
know.
what I mean? Like I haven't even noticed the bangs. Like I mean, we haven't seen each other a ton,
Well,
but
I felt a little
if
awkward when you guys first brought it up because I was like, they might not even know that I have bangs right now.
I think your bangs look good. I think trauma bangs are when people look at you and then they need to look back at you because they're
Right?
like, oh no. But I think that you looked great and
Thank
fine. And I
you.
never did a second look. So I think that that just falls into the category of bangs and not trauma
I'm
bangs.
also not gonna lie, when somebody says she's cutting bangs for me, I'm so afraid of a different look that I encouraged her to like have them be like, I don't even know what you call it when they're like slightly longer and longer and longer. So they're not
Yeah,
just
yeah.
straight
Like
across.
curtain
They're
bangs.
like, yeah, they just like go down to the sides. There's a little bit I can pull over if I want to. And I just have to like give myself a shout out because the way I'm selling these bangs, I do look like one of Charlie's Angels right now.
Oh, come on, girl. Then that is not, there is no trauma in a Charlie's Angel
That's what
bang.
I'm saying.
That is
Bringing
hot girl
back
bangs.
the bangs. I am bringing back the bangs. That's all I'm saying.
Hot girl bangs. Hot
Bangin'.
girl. You're bang, bang, banging.
Exactly.
Forget the bangxiety. It's a bang, bang, bang.
Exactly. Everything
Because honestly,
is working out. Everything is
yes,
coming up roses. So if you've got bangs and you are rocking them, give us a shout
yes,
out. I'm here for you.
yes. Hot girl bangs are different than trauma bangs. Trauma
Mm.
bangs just fall under the category of regret and sorrow.
Yes, and big mistake because maybe it
And
wasn't your idea.
yeah, but yours is not a big mistake because I didn't even register it. I was just like, she looks good. Even when I seen you on Zoom, I have been like, oh, she looks good.
That's right. Thank you very
Even
much.
with even with my migraines where I can barely open my
I
eyes,
know, it's
I
so
can look
true.
at you and be like, she looks
Oh,
good, I think.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, Kim had a migraine the other day and made I don't know if you brought this up already, but
I think we might
it
have,
was
but you
like
know,
your I think we
migraines
did
are us.
in our next interview, but your eyelids were like bangs.
Yeah.
They were like heavy and lidded. I was like,
I'll tell you what, they were so close, my eyelashes looked like I was in jail. I was
totally.
imprisoned in my brain. I love that we can clarify not all bangs are bad.
Thank
Clearly,
you.
you have great bangs.
Yes.
Brittany was saying she was not happy with her bangs. I have to say though, she looked super cute in her bangs. And when
Mhm.
I had my bangs, yeah, it was a little crazy, but you know, you just got to do it. And the great thing about hair is hypothetically, it grows back. We hope.
Well, totally.
I
And
hope not.
actually, I just want to say, I think the cool thing about you, Kim, is I've known you for what, like 20 years or maybe
Yeah,
19
yeah, yeah.
years?
20 years. Yeah.
You've had a lot of different hairstyles.
Oh
You've
yeah.
had really short, cute pixie hair. You've
Yep.
had bangs. You've had like wavy hair. You've had straight hair. You are fucking, pardon my language. I shouldn't have said that. Please cut that
Oh,
out.
she
I
did.
don't
She
like it when I
swore.
curse. I
She
really don't
swore. It was
like
a good
it. I really
swear.
don't like it. But maybe it's a good swear because you can rock any style and look amazing, you
Oh, you're
know?
so
And I
nice.
love
I
that
don't
because
know.
I do want to say, I don't want anybody to ever feel like you have to have one style or one look to be beautiful. And it's nice to be
100%.
able to experiment and try out different styles on yourself and like different looks and like just show different parts of yourself.
100%. I agree with you 100%. And I've always taken the attitude of hair grows back. And so, yeah, like I used to, I mean, but now actually my attitude has changed because I'm like, I hope this shit keeps growing.
I
I'm
know.
fighting
At a
it's
certain
not
age, you're
gonna-
like, wait, does hair grow back?
Yeah,
I think when
exactly.
we start our t-shirt line, the first t-shirt will say hair grows back. And the second t-shirt will say,
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
but does it?
Yeah.
And when?
But up until this decade of my life, I was certain my hair was always going to grow back. So I did cut it super short. And yeah, you're right. Totally. For a while, like I think when the girls were in preschool, my hair was so short. It was a full on pixie. And sometimes I would shave the sides. Remember?
It was so cute. When I met you, your hair was short like that. And I was like, look
Oh,
at
is
this
that right?
rockin' mama. I want to be friends with her. Yes. Bold and beautiful.
Oh, you're so sweet. I did love my little pixie then.
Yeah, it was so
And
cute.
roll out of bed and get going. And that was it.
And I think you had purple
Um,
hair at one point.
oh, yes.
You had
Yes.
all the
Oh my
different
God. Wait.
kinds.
I remember once I tried a new place on the east side and I was like, I'm going to go to this cool place. It's super trendy. And the woman was like, I'm going to make a flame in your hair. And my hair was really short. And I was like, okay. And so I sat there forever. And by the way, I had like literally maybe 2 inches of hair. Like I
That
barely
is
had
so
any
funny.
hair. And she took so long to dye my hair into like this elaborate flame or something. And I went to pick up Numia from school and I looked at it and I was like, it just looks orange. Like it looks like crazy. I look like Ronald McDonald, except with less curls and locks. And I was already self-conscious. And I walk in and Numi's little. She's like in kindergarten or first grade. And she sees me from across the the yard and she goes, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" And I was like, "Oh no." And then this other little boy runs up to me and he looks up at me and we lock eyes and he goes, "I guess it'd be cool if it was Halloween."
Are you serious? I
Oh
love
my God,
kids.
what happened? Yeah, I was
So
dying.
honest. You're like, okay, it's not my imagination. It didn't work out.
Yeah, I was like, I guess it's not a flame and it's more like a
It's not.
jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, exactly. Right. My head is a jack-o'-lantern.
Exactly. It was like a big fat pumpkin.
And you're like, okay, how
Anyways.
long until it grows out?
Oh man, no, I went in stat and was like, I need to find another person who can pull this color out because my kid looks at me crazy every time she looks at me. Well, oh hair, oh hair, oh hair. Oh, you know what was also interesting actually, speaking about the menopausal part,
Mhm.
is we had a interesting comment on YouTube from a listener, and she was saying she actually went to her dermatologist who helped her with her severe menopausal hair loss with a prescription. She doesn't say what the prescription was, but I didn't even know that was possible, honestly. I thought you had to do like Brittany said, like Nutrafol or something like that. So
Yeah. I didn't know that
yeah, so I
either,
didn't
which
even
is
know.
interesting.
Yeah.
I guess
Um,
there's always things to look into. If your hair is changing drastically, you can at least talk about it with your
yeah.
friends, maybe with your doctor.
Yeah. Yeah. With yourself
Yeah, with
every
yourself.
morning when you look in the
Yeah.
mirror and you're like, what's happening?
Yeah. And then sometimes embrace a new look. Maybe it's not going to be the
Yeah.
same as it used to be. Mine's definitely not, but
Yeah.
I look like Charlie's Angel, so I'm okay with
Hey. Oh my
it.
God.
For now.
I wish we had pictures. I would make you take a picture of yourself with
Oh,
like
I
the Charlie's
know.
Angels handgun up. I want that
I
picture
love
so
that.
bad.
I know. And it's day to day. There's good hair days and bad hair days. The other thing I was going to say, though, is that I did go through another stage in hair a couple years ago when I was like, what's happening? My hair got really thick when I was pregnant, and then it started to get thinner as I got older. And I started to think, my mother always had an afro, and it was so cute. And everybody thought she was the hot mom in the 70s in our
Hmm.
town. They were like, oh my God, her afro's so cute. And she wears caftans. Look at her. So there's definitely a part of me that's like, is it time for my afro?
Yeah.
And I have seen like some of the coolest styles where people have it really close shaved and they have like designs on the side of their head. So there
Yeah.
was a part of me that was like, I should go on a road trip and do a documentary about my life and start with shaving it all off, getting a really cool buzz cut with the style on the sides. And for whatever reason, I haven't done it yet, probably because I'm too lazy. But that is on the horizon somewhere. So
Ooh, I'm so
I just want to give
excited
a
for
shout
that.
out when we talk about pivoting in life and in careers and in just purpose, we can also pivot with our hair.
Oh, yes. I feel like a haircut or a hair change is the physical manifestation of the emotions that are happening inside of us. Like there is just no clearer way, at least for me, when something big is happening, I need to physically express it and
Yeah.
10 times out of 10 I do it to my hair. Cuz
Yeah.
otherwise I don't know how else to change. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Because basically it's like a sign you're holding up saying, "Look at me and see the new me." You
Yeah, I'm
know?
different.
I'm
I'm
different.
different.
Yeah. It's watch
Also,
out world.
Yeah, 100%. I know this picture of your mother that to me is iconic. And she does have like the cutest afro with, by the way, a headband
You're right,
on.
actually. Yeah.
And it's like, I think she's like wearing a blue dress and she looks so cute. And I feel like that cut would look so good on you too. Like you could
Oh,
rock the
that's
hell
so
out of that.
sweet. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And honestly, okay, maybe too raw, but it's the tequila speaking. We haven't even talked about hair anywhere else because while I'm losing it up there, it's growing in other
Oh,
places that I
brother.
didn't want.
It's like, is that the tequila or I I don't know. I don't know if there's some hormones involved or I'm
Exactly.
almost afraid to ask, but congratulations.
No, no, not congratulations.
Oh my gosh. I think I've seen some of those TV shows about like cougars and things like, ooh, look at that hair I wasn't expecting.
Wait, are we talking about animals or older women?
Older women. Not that you are an
Okay.
older woman, but I have seen a TV show about that. I remember, I mean, hair does grow in a lot of different places. Like hair, I remember one time the day before I was going to be in a wedding, I went to one of those salons. Whenever I go to the salon, they're always like, "You want to get your nails done?" Yes, that's what I'm here for. Oh, do you want to get your eyebrows waxed too? Because they're so bushy. And I'm like, really? Did you need to tell me that? Okay, sure, I guess so. Oh, do you want to get the hair on top of your lip waxed? I was like, I didn't realize there wasn't any hair on top of my lip. There is hair on top of your lip. I get it waxed. I break out immediately because I have very sensitive
Oh.
skin. I looked like a crazy person at the
No.
wedding because I had like
A
not zits, but
rash.
like a rash. Yeah. So for
Yeah.
me, there is hair. You know, you get older, sometimes there's a little bit of hair on your chin, or there's hair on your upper lip, or
Yeah.
there's,
Yeah.
your eyebrow hair is going crazy. And yes, you
Yeah.
can get it manicured, you can get it
Yeah.
scaped, you can do all these things. But I'm like a huge fan of not necessarily having it all taken off. Because sometimes
Yeah.
it hurts and sometimes it makes it worse than it was just having it there. Like maybe it's there
Exactly.
for a reason. But the
Well, and
chin
I
hair
think
can go.
you're not holding on to the chin
Let's be
hair?
clear. The Charlie's Angels never had chin hair, okay?
Not yet. Not
Not
yet.
now, not ever.
It's true though. I mean, the wax is not all created equal. And
Mm-mm,
definitely there's some waxes that when I've gone in, like the wax will create a rash or create bumpiness. And then you're like, okay, well, these hairs were not as obvious as this big ass rash on my face now. Thank you very much.
totally.
Um, yeah. Also, like, how necessary is it for us to get rid of all of this hair? That's kind of a social construct as well. Like,
It totally is.
I really admire I'm gonna sound like whatever, but like in my day, everybody shaved their armpits no matter what. And now I really admire these girls who just are like, that's not for me, and I'm not gonna shave my armpits. And I'm like, and you shouldn't have to. If that's not for you, don't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I love people who just love themselves and they're like, "This is my
Yes.
body and I love it and I'm comfortable with it, and if I wanna shave this part, I will, and if I don't, I won't," you know?
Yeah.
It's still just as
I
beautiful.
I I'm all for it. I love that. Do it for you and nobody else, or don't do it for you and nobody else.
Exactly. Those are the hair
I'm
chronicles.
taking a sip.
Exactly. Take a sip. Calm down. It's gonna be
I'm
okay.
taking a sip.
It'll grow
Mhm,
back or
mhm,
it won't. And either way, it'll be okay.
mhm. Oh my god. This is my second to the last day of class. Sorry, we don't have to talk
Oh,
about this,
we
but
should
I'm
talk about
so
your class.
excited.
Kim has been teaching screenwriting, right, at UCLA. Did I get that right? All summer.
I have. I have. I've been teaching screenwriting at UCLA all summer, and it's been fun. It's been really fun watching young writers grow in a short amount of time and seeing them come into their creative voices and be brave and put stuff on the page. And it's really fun. And so I'm almost done. But the one thing that I think is really hard is when they come in, there is a level of perfection
Mm,
that I find with a lot of students that they have to put out something that's perfect. And I try and teach every student that perfection is the killer of creativity, and that you have to be brave to show up as imperfect and raw as you possibly can, because that's creativity, that's bravery, and that's what a first draft is. No first draft should be or will be perfect.
yeah,
Writing is 100% rewriting, and if you try to hold yourself to this impossible standard, you will write nothing.
yeah,
But if you just dare to be shitty, you're going to write stuff that you like and you're going to write stuff that you don't like. And you're going to have something on the page that then you can start molding and shaping and continue to work on over and over again. And that is 100% more useful than having a blank page because you're waiting for genius and perfection. It just doesn't exist.
I love that
And
perspective. Because also, what is perfection? Like,
yeah,
perfection to me, when you talk about writing, makes it sound like I have excellent margins on my piece of paper. I
yeah,
have the exact right number of, pages. I don't think there's no such thing as perfection. For me, the best stories and the best scripts are the ones where you surprise me with something true that you say that never occurred to me before, but that
that's
resonates
right.
deeply. You know what I mean? And that
That's
is
right.
some messy truth, probably about your life or something you've seen in the world or some insight you had. So I think that that's really cool to hear. And how old are the students? Are these like college students? Are they,
No, so this summer I'm teaching high school students,
ooh.
and I have to say the high schoolers out there, bless your souls, but they have a lot of pressure on themselves. I find that high school students and young college students, they put a ton of pressure on themselves to show up like perfect. And I don't know if that's the bar that's now out there because A's are just what everybody demands and APs are what everybody has to do and you have to be in every extracurricular club or whatever. But it's to a certain extent stifling to have that expectation of yourself. Do you know what
Well,
I
I
mean?
do know what you mean because let's remind ourselves that this podcast is called Miss Happy Mess. We
Exactly.
embrace the mess. That means we're embracing the imperfection. And there's a lot of great stuff in there. There's a lot of material, there's a lot of vulnerability, there's a lot of ways that we connect with other people in the world who are going through stuff. So,
Mhm.
it does break my heart actually when people feel like I've got to get all A's, I've got to be perfect. Because it's almost like you're following somebody else's script and not just following your own story when you try to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, and today I had a lot of conferences and stuff like that and it's a lot of pressure to be a young person who's going to transition into college and life and all that kind of stuff and it was refreshing to hear some of their reflections in terms of being comfortable for the first time in a long while to not have it all and to understand that they were truly in a workshop where we were going to work it out together and we were going to grow together. But the point of any assignment was not to come perfect or correct. There was no correct. There
Mhm.
was just different options, and we're in charge of making decisions for our stories, you know?
Yeah, and also how boring would a writer's room be, like the kind of room you have in TV where you write in this collaborative environment, if one writer came in and everything was perfect already? Everybody else would be like, "I guess we should go home now." You
Totally.
know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, what do you do in a writer's room? Like, can you just talk for a minute about I know screenplays are different from TV. I don't know if you're teaching TV or film, but
TV,
what about the
TV.
role of collaboration?
Oh, that's my favorite part about writing TV is and that's what so many of them come and are excited about because when you think about writing, generally people think of writing as a very lonely art form that you go away and you write by yourself and then you don't come back out again until you're finished and you have to show somebody something. But with TV writing, it's 100% collaborative. I mean, you sit in a room around a desk with a whiteboard with anywhere from 3 to 9 other people and you break story together, you outline the episodes together, you do everything together to a certain point where the story is really well shaped, and then they assign the episode to one writer who then goes off and writes it, but they go away with a fully formed episode with fully formed characters and twists and act breaks, and it is so fun to generate ideas with other people with a shared kind of goal. You're all together sort of rowing this boat in the same direction, and you can feed off of each other's ideas and you can get excited, or you can be like, I don't think that works, and you can discuss it. And then a lot of times your personal life comes into it because what do we pitch on is what we know. And it is so great in this room that I'm teaching, in this class that I'm teaching, because we do a lot of collaborative work on each of the students' individual projects, but everybody becomes invested in the other students' projects because you have to learn how to give constructive feedback and then you have to learn how to receive constructive feedback because those are two skills TV writers 100% need because that's what you do every day. So I love TV writing so much because it's so collaborative, it's so fun, and it's a group process.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And you show up with your true self in that process.
Yeah.
Imperfect, messy, and then you guys
Yeah.
can all kind of play in that mud pit together, right?
Yeah. It's so fun. It does feel like a mud pit.
Yay. Well, congratulations. It's been
Thank you.
cool. I know you were like, oh my gosh, we're going to do the podcast and I have to teach this
I
class. And it's
know.
going to be, how are we going to do both things at the same time? You're like, I'm going to take a break from the podcast. And then you're like, no, I'm not going to take a break from the podcast because it's so much fun too. So I don't know how you got through this summer, but you are here.
Yes,
And
I
it's kind
am.
of crazy because I think this kind of leads into our next episode last week, or next week,
Mhm.
sorry, which is going to be our 10th original episode with our 10th
Ooh,
guest for the season. And it'll be kind of the end of our first season, right?
yay! Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Jill, we did
We
10.
did 10. I mean, we'll have 10 happy hours too, so it'll be a total of 20
Yeah,
episodes, but we will
yeah.
have 10 episodes with different themes, different guests, and
Mhm.
it's so exciting because going into this we were like, "Well, how long is a podcast season? Is it 6 episodes? Is it 25 episodes? I don't know. Kim, do you know? I don't know. Jill, do you know?" We don't know anything. That's the best part of this happy mess. Our guest next week, her name is Dr. Sam Akbar. She is from
Woohoo.
London, England, and her book is called The Odyssey Mindset, and it's 7 timeless lessons on resilience, self, and the journey of life. And basically, it's all about her obsession with Homer's book, The Odyssey, which is the same story that's coming out in the big movie this weekend, Christopher Nolan's film. But she's also a clinical psychologist. So she's literally using the story to talk about how you can think about your life and the changes over the course of your life. And the fact that even if you have goals, most of us will end up taking a journey that takes us to completely different places than we ever imagined before. So it's
It's such an
exciting.
amazing book. I,
Yeah.
I, I I highly recommend everybody pick up this book. If you're like me and you needed an Audible, she reads it on Audible and she's a great narrator. And then you can also pick up just a hard copy, wherever you buy your books from. But the thing that's so unique about this book, and I'm so excited about this interview next week, is that it's through story. And it's through a story that resonates. It's through our mythology. And I'm not Greek, so I'm not saying it's my mythology, but it's through the collective consciousness of mythology and through storytelling. And I just love that she connects storytelling and us, our psyche, into one thing because I really can digest all of the concepts that she's talking about because there's story attached to it with emotion and character. It just makes it so accessible.
It's so funny. She's a great storyteller. Obviously, The Odyssey is one of those compelling, centuries old stories. And it's funny, I realize now that you were literally just talking about the fact that you teach storytelling. And
Yeah.
this conversation is all about one of these stories that has kind of found its way into the cracks and the crevices of probably most modern cultures who were telling stories. And I think that what it was also interesting that Kim realized as she was listening to the book, and we were both listening together, we were like cramming. We were like college students cramming for the interview, you know what I mean? But it was cool because Kim, you were the first one to say, I think this is the end of our first season because so many
Yeah.
of the themes that are coming up in her book, which is really a self-help book and a self-guiding book, are
Mhm.
themes that we have covered over the course of the season, because we've been
Yeah.
talking about soulmates and relationships and when to leave and when to stay. We've been talking about your legacy and how to shape and protect it. We've talked
Yeah.
about things like, the pressures of adulting and
Yep.
relationships with kids and communication and
Mhm.
finding home, but not just finding home. How do you recreate home when you've lost your home or left your home and moved someplace new? So it was just one
Yep.
of those amazing realizations that it was the perfect bookend to kind of bring it all together.
Literally bookend. Bark, bark, bark.
Bookend.
Bookend.
I mean, we thought the World Cup was hot until we
I
started
know.
talking about the Odyssey mindset.
Watch out there, Mbappe. Here comes
That's right,
Odysseus.
exactly. France is out and Odysseus is
Exactly.
in.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was an epiphany to me as we were, like you said, cramming and reading the book. And I was taking notes and I was like, what do I want to talk about with her? There was so much that I wanted to talk about. But as I was pulling excerpts out and ideas out, it was like, I was like, oh my God, we discussed this in episode 1. Oh my God, we discussed this in episode 3. Oh, we discussed this in episode 5. Like everything we had talked about in the season is in her book because
Mhm.
it's about life and it's about these big questions that we all have.
Yep.
She even talked about how your body knows before your mind does, and that made me think
Mhm.
of Janelle's episode,
Totally.
right?
Yes.
Where she knew something was wrong even though they couldn't tell her.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm so excited for this episode. I highly recommend everybody pick up the book.
Oh, and you know what? Not that people necessarily want to read the Odyssey, but what I just discovered, because after I talked to Sam and after was listening to you guys talk about it and, read her book, I was like, "Oh, maybe I wanna go back and read the Odyssey." I think I read that in my 20s, I can't remember. Well, on Audible, because 'cause I'm obsessed with Audible, and maybe we should get a sponsorship from Audible now,
Yeah,
LOL.
seriously,
But we
sign us
really
up.
should. We should Audible. But anyway, yeah,
Audible,
I realized
hello.
if I wanted to buy a copy of the Odyssey on Audible, it's buy one, get one free, like, if you have credits. So I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, I need to figure out what other book I need because I should have bought those 2 books at the same time." But I didn't realize.
Oh.
Isn't that cool? So
That's
anyway,
very cool. You could have bundled it. A
I could have
bundle.
bundled it. I love a bundle. I love
I
a
love
bang
a
and a
bundle.
bundle.
Hey, hey. That's you know you just named the episode, right? It's a bang and a bundle.
It's a bang and a bundle or bundles and bangs.
Yeah, exactly. You know you just named this. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
totally. You're welcome. So anyway, we're looking forward to that. So next week is episode number 10, guys.
Woo woo.
Cannot wait to share it with you and, wrap up what has been so much fun. I could
So
not
much fun.
have imagined how incredible it would be, Kim, to just, start telling these kinds of stories, have the opportunity to invite, people we've met, friends, people we have never met before into these conversations
Yeah.
and the audience into these conversations.
Yeah.
So we are excited, looking forward to sharing that with you next week. And then we're going to go off and start shooting the next season.
Yes. One more week of season 1. I don't know why I feel like I'm singing. I need to be
I know you
stopped.
love to sing. I never even knew you liked to sing so much until we started doing this podcast.
I think when it hits a certain
Like
time, I
when
get
yeah,
exhausted
it's
and then
like
I just start
drinks
singing.
after happy hour and suddenly, the vocal cords start coming out. Love it.
Because by the way, nobody's ever asked me to sing, so it's
I
not like
know.
something people are looking for or wanting.
I feel like you told me that once. You're like, "Jill, I do everything but sing." And I was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
no.
you act, you produce, you write,
And I
but you
don't
don't
cook.
sing? You
And I
don't
don't
cook."
cook. No.
Exactly. Well, we
No.
know I don't cook either, even though I did cook dinner tonight because I
I
am
know, I'm
staying
so
with my
proud of you.
sister and I have to cook every other night now. LOL. It was
So proud of you.
delicious.
I bet it was. You say you don't cook, but it's that you don't like to cook. I know you can cook.
I
Whereas
actually,
you can.
I need to like, it's kind of like role play for me, like when you get into an acting role. Like when I get into character and I imagine I just went to this fancy farmer's market somewhere and I came home with all these fresh ingredients, then I feel like a chef. But if somebody says, "Can you go cook dinner so I have something to eat?" then I absolutely don't cook.
I love it. It's like a big European fantasy for you.
Yes, exactly. Right. If I can't get
Whereas
into character, it's not happening.
exactly, exactly. That's Friday, guys. So we'll see you guys on Tuesday with Dr. Sam Akbar and the Odyssey Mindset. Give yourself a hug. We love being with you. I hope you guys are having a drink. If not, I'll drink for you tonight. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. Thanks, Jill.
Thanks, Kim.
Bye.